Tickets for the chorus concert went on sale this week. On the first day of ticket sales, 10 adult tickets and 35 student tickets were sold for a total of $620. On the last day of sales, 30 adult tickets and 45 student tickets were sold for a total of $1,140. Let X represent the cost for each adult ticket and let Y represent the cost for each student ticket. Write a system of equations to model the scenario and solve that system to determine the cost of each student ticket. Okay, X represents the cost of each adult ticket. So if I sell 10 adult tickets, let's say each adult ticket is $5, right, whatever. If I were to sell 10, that would be 50. I'm multiplying, right? I'm taking the number of adult tickets I sold, which is 10, times the cost, which in this case is X. We don't know what it is. And then I'm also selling student tickets. So in this case, I'm selling 35 student tickets, and I'm going to multiply that by the cost of the student ticket, which is Y, also unknown. And when I add those two costs together, right, this is how much I made, how much people spent on adult tickets, how much people spent on student tickets, and total people spent $620 on tickets, right? Now, the same thing happened on the last day. This time, 30 adult tickets were sold, okay, and 45 student tickets were sold, so 45 times the cost of a student ticket. And when we added those costs up, it added to $1,140, okay? Now, here are the equations. In Edulastic, you will just literally type this and this, no parentheses, no anything. This is what you will type. That is the answer for the first two first two rows of this question in Edulastic. Now, what's going to happen next is I'm going to try to solve this equation. And just for clarity, I'm going to rewrite them here. Now, my goal is to solve this by elimination, which means I want one of these variables to eliminate. So here's what I'm looking for. I'm on the hunt for the variable that's easier to eliminate. Here's what I notice. 35 doesn't multiply to the same, it doesn't multiply to 45, so it would be a pain in the butt to eliminate these, okay? But 10 multiplies to 30, right? 10 times 3 is 30. And here's the thing. If this is 30 and this is negative 30, they'll cancel. So I want this to be negative 30. So how do I do that? I'm going to take this whole equation. In order to make that negative 30, I'm going to multiply it by negative 3. Okay, what's going to happen is when I multiply this by negative 3, the goal is to cancel a variable. Okay, and what does that look like? That looks like if it's 5 and negative 5, right? That's 0, that cancels. Or if it's negative 3 and positive 3, that's 0, that cancels. So what I need is for two variables to be the same number and the different sign. So when I multiply negative 3 times 10, look where I'm putting it. Okay, negative 3 times 10, that's negative 30x. Negative 3 times 35y, that's negative 105y. And then negative 3 times 620, this is where I'm going to pull out my calculator because I don't feel like doing it. Actually, I could just do it. Is negative 1,860. Okay, now I'm going to add these two equations. So look, I'm going to ignore this top equation. I'm now focused on just these two. I'm going to add them. Okay, so this is 30 minus 30, that cancels. 45 minus 105 is negative 60. So this is negative 60y equals, now I'm doing 1140 minus 1860 is negative 720. Oof, negative 720. Now y is being multiplied by negative 60, so I'm dividing by negative 60. And I get y equals negative 720 divided by negative 60 is 12. Okay. Now remember, I'm looking for the cost of the student ticket, right? That's what I'm being asked for. That's what the question. So y represents the student ticket. I have y. Look, I just found y. Oh, so hey, that's my answer. I don't have to plug back in. It's $12. Okay. Go ahead and try this one on the right.